बने हथियार भी अचूक और अभेद्य हैं। यह पूरे विश्व ने देख लिया है। ब्रह्मोस मिसाइल की ताकत को तो पाकिस्तान ने खुद स्वीकार कर लिया है। हमारे देश में एक कहावत काफी पुरानी है और वह है दिन में तारे दिखना। मगर भारत में बनी ब्रह्मोस मिसाइल ने पाकिस्तान को रात के अंधेरे में दिन का उजाला दिखा दिया। रात के अंधेरे में दिन का उजाला दिखा दिया है। भारत के जिस एयर डिफेंस सिस्टम की तारीफ हर तरफ हो रही है, उसमें डीआरडीओ द्वारा बनाए गए आकाश और अन्य राडार सिस्टम की जगह।
Explain this. I welcome Lieutenant General Dr. V.K. Saxena, former DG of the Corps of Air Defence on Point. Sir, a very warm welcome to you, and let me ask you, there is a lot of buzz around Akashteer. Can you put this in perspective?
Yeah, you're very right, Karthikeya. There are a lot of buzz on Akashteer and it does not give a full perspective what the audience must know. Now to say Akashteer in its full picture, I need to start with how the air defense of a country functions. Now, air defense across land, sea, air, surface, subsurface is always meant to counter enemy's air threat. Enemy's air threat can manifest either one of the domains, like it may be land, sea, air, together or singly. And therefore, you have weapons deployed in each medium to do the function of the air defense, but controlled by one umbilical cord. Now imagine what is this whole thing is all about. Imagine enemy's air threat approaching you. This air threat can be in two verticals. One is small drone threat, which actually played out in much larger domain in the Operation Sindoor, or the conventional air threat, which may be various types of strike aircrafts, attack helicopters, cruise missiles, anti-radiation missiles, surface-to-surface missiles, loitering munitions, all conventional air threat vehicles. How do you defend it? How do you defend your country against this? What are the functions involved? The functions involved are that this threat must be recognized as it enters our domain at the longest possible range, number one. Number two, this threat must be identified whether it is own or hostile. Then, this threat must be designated to certain weapon systems which are most competent to handle it. And then the fire must shift from weapon to weapon as this threat approaches us and finally gets killed or countered. This is the function of air defense, that is detection, interception, destruction. How do you do it? You do it by the combined might of the three services: Army, Navy, Air Force. Air Force is prime in air defense as the national responsibility of national air defense in our country is of air defense, is of Air Force. But core competent weapons are there in each service to execute this responsibility, and the whole thing is well oiled and well tied up among the three services. That is where Akashteer figures. Now, what is this Akashteer all about? I told you that there has to be somebody who is detecting this air threat. There is somebody who is to be prioritizing, who has to be classifying, who has to be designating. This function of controlling the air defense battle is called Air Defense Control and Reporting System. In short, called the ADCNR. Now, ADCNR or Air Defense Control and Reporting System is not a single service responsibility. It starts from the nationwide command posts at the highest node and goes right down to the weapon platforms. This whole chain has Air Force component, Army component, and the naval component all integrated together in one common room. The Air Force component is called the Integrated Air Command and Control System, IACCS. The Army's portion is called Akashteer and the Navy's portion is called Trigun. All three of them are seamlessly connected. Now, what is this connection all about? The connection is not physical nut bolt joints. The connection is seamless connectivity over communications, seamless connectivity over data, passage of data, and seamless connectivity over passage of flow of control orders as to how and when which weapon will fire. Now imagine this picture at a national stage. An aircraft or a conventional threat approaches our airspace. It will be detected by any one of the means. It can be detected by long-range radars. It can be detected by satellite imagery, satellites. It can be detected by ground-based radars. It can be detected by naval radars on sea or shore. It can be detected on any one of the sensors. First function of this ADCNR chain is to collate all the data which is coming from the airspace, from the space, from the aerial space, and create an air situation picture. So suppose this aircraft is coming or these drones are coming from different directions. Various types of aircraft, various types of radars are deployed. Each radar will see the drone as one target and report back. All these images will be fused together. It is called multi-sensor data fusion. All these sensors will be fused together to make out what air threat is there. Then it will be prioritized and then it will be designated. All this and they're destroyed. All these are the functions of ADCNR, in which Akashteer is the army component.
Okay.
And
General, a lot of people would also like to know from you, what are the strengths of Akashteer? I mean, where did it score?
Yeah, I'll tell you where it scored. Why people are only talking about Akashteer? Because it is majorly the army air defense weapon, the threat relevant to them. The threat relevant to them played. What was the threat relevant to them? The enemy drones, the enemy missiles, the enemy loiter ammunition. All these got detected, controlled, and fired by various weapons controlled through Akashteer. Now imagine Akashteer's surveillance grid has got what all? It has got satellite-based surveillance. It has got NAVIC, you understand the navigation by Indian constellation-based precision guidance, and it has got precise command and control structures. The threat which is detected is passed right down to the weapon system to be engaged. Also, don't think that all threat always passes from up to down. Army has got various types of radars which I will not disclose here at the front line, which can detect small threat like low-level radars, low-level air defense radars. All this data also flows up. So it is a seamless flow up and down data flow. And this data flow then converts that into weapon control orders. Yes, this is the threat, this is the weapon designated, go fire. And you fire on that weapon system and you controlled by the integrated air command control structure or the ADCNR structure, and the battle ensues in a manner. So if you really ask me, the strength of the Akashteer is the latest technologies in satellite imagery, in data communication, in precise mapping and targeting. And most importantly actually, is the AI-based muscle of this whole system, which allows instant decision making. There is no latency. There is no delay in decision. You see a target, the data will be quickly processed and will passed on to yes, hostile target, this is the one to engage. The weapon will fire. And this is the instant decision making loop which is making this Akashteer instantaneous. Other thing, non-jammable. It is not defeatable at the present moment by various types of inbuilt filters and electronic counter measures which are built into the system, and a perfect handshake between the three services. Don't think that air defense is only controlled by army air defense weapons. there are air defense aircrafts, there are long-range missiles of the Air Force, there are our Akash and medium-range missiles, there are soft kill drone weapons like D4 of the DRDO or the counter drone weapon system made by the defense industry, private industry like Zen Technologies and the others. How all this is tied up together in detection, processing of the target information and passage so that the weapons engage them in real time. That is where it scored over many of the system. It scored clearly over Pakistan's old and aged Pakistan air defense ground environment system, which is the Pak edges.
So that's where the third question comes in, sir. How did this play out in Operation Sindoor?
This played out in Operation Sindoor beautifully because, at one point in time, there used to be hiccups between IACCS, Integrated Air Command and Control System, and Akashteer. Over a period of time, these services forgot about their turf wars and integrated the whole system in one common loop. And imagine now these sensors of Air Force, long-range sensors, the Army sensors which are deployed in the front rank, all are talking and seeing together in one loop. They are also being aided by images from the satellite, GPS controlled by the satellite, and also data passage and flow made possible by the command, control, and connectivity of the air defense control and reporting system, which is of IACCS, Akashteer, and Trigun. So when you say Akashteer, you are only talking 1/3 of the leg. The whole leg is IACCS, Akashteer, Trigun. Fortunately for the Army Air Defense, the Akashteer played a very big way. Why? Because the Army Air Defense guns like L-70 and Zu-23, the Army counter-drone systems like Air Force D4, the Air Force counter-drone system, the Air Force missiles, the Army missiles on Akash and Strela and Osa, the Army gun systems like Shilka, like Tungushka. These weapons fired and brought down the drones in hard and the soft hard kill and the soft kill domain. How all this battle information actually came right from the threat being detected, being processed. Yes, this is the threat. Which is the weapon? This is the weapon. Pass the information. Information goes there. Weapon system up. Fire delivered. Weapon destroyed. And the threat destroyed. This whole game of air defense, detection, interception, destruction, made possible by IACCS Akashteer combination. Today it is our biggest strength. And who are the three big players to be congratulated? It is DRDO, it is Bell, it is ISRO. And don't forget that scientists are one part of the story. It is the soldiers on ground who actually make it happen. Whether it is air warriors who are taking precise strikes. Now everybody is talking, Akashteer made, because of Akashteer, precise strikes were made on 13 targets, and they 8 earlier for the terrorists. For remember that it is a system of systems which provides for precision guidance, which provides for satellite-based guidance, which does very precise imagery of the target. There was a report of target Cartosite satellite 2C giving an image of 0.65 meter accuracy. That is how we can destroy a bunker in the Jaish-e-Mohammed or Hizbul Mujahideen campaign, because precision surveillance and strike and situational awareness has been made available to us by system of systems. This system of systems.
General, Chinese must be very surprised by our system. Chinese must be very surprised.
Yeah. I will say a joke which is happening in the stock market. The AVIC and other defense stores, the one which makes PL-15 missiles, the one which makes J-10C strike fighter, their stocks are gone down, but our BrahMos A missile, the BrahMos and the NPO have gone up, as also our defense exports. They have taken a very big leap. Remember, we hold Akash. What is BrahMos? You think BrahMos is a joke? BrahMos is a cruise missile. One day on your show, I'll explain to you what exactly is BrahMos so special for. Why? Because this missile is a marvel. Why it is a marvel? It's a marvel not only because it is the world's most fastest supersonic missile. It can fly low. It can avoid radar detection, and it can hit precisely within less than a meter accuracy. Its radar signatures are very low. It cannot be detected by conventional air defense. Now you see on your left and right, you see air defense gun L-70 firing on the other side. Here you see Stella Osa weapon systems firing. You see the whole glory. You see the Akash weapon system. I can keep on going on and on and on and keep telling you that it is a moment of glory. The Stella weapon system, can you see this? That you see on the site, Rajendra radar, which I just now your pictures are showing. And all this, see this vertically launched missile. It can be launched vertically, it can be launched on inclined from a ship plane. Be proud of your weapon system. You do a show someday on your this thing and ask me.
Actually, we'll do a show on the number of things which the Indian Armed Forces had used. We'll do one on BrahMos, we'll do one on the naval air defense system, the Air Force air defense system. They're integrated. But General, thank you so much for making time for News9. And as I said earlier, I would say again, you are a book. And so that was all on point. Today, I will see you at the same time on Monday. Thank you and good night.
This is India's #1 news network, and you're watching News9, English news as it should be.